For Progressive Voices, I'm Jon Sinton, and this is a turning point. Today, Project 2025, Forward into the Past. Elon Musk, the richest person in the world, is an unelected white man with a deep anti-DEI sympathy who, with the president's blessing, is joyfully decimating the federal government as envisioned by Project 2025. So you remember Project 2025, right? The guiding document for the Trump administration that was written for the right-wing Heritage Foundation by a slew of current and former Trump appointees. On the campaign trail, candidate Trump pretended not to know anything about it, except that he heard it was bad. He assured Americans it had no place at his table, where we were told we were all honored guests. But as it turns out, we were actually on the menu. P25's most consistent theme is best seen through the rearview mirror, for it seeks to take us back to the days of Jim Crow, where you'd best be a straight, white, Christian male if you want a seat at the table. The indispensable Doug Porter points out, quote, "This week, the Defense Intelligence Agency ordered a pause of all activities and events related to Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Black History Month, Juneteenth, LGBTQ Pride Month, Holocaust Remembrance Day, and other, quote, special observances to comply with President Donald Trump's executive order, according to the memo which was obtained by NBC News. Soon, I think you'll see Klan meetings with greater diversity than our government. 50 years of slowly but consistently leveling the playing field has met its match. All walks from this point forward will be uphill and against the wind. If there's one thing Russ Vought and his merry band of homophobic Christian, I'm using air quotes there, Christian racists hate more than people of color and members of the LGBTQ plus communities, it's government by and for the people. As the New York Times recently noted, P25 isn't as bad as you thought. It's worse. Here are 6 issues, mostly thrown together the way a toddler makes his bed, that the administration is forwarding as per P25. Number 1, kill anti-discrimination protections. Let's discriminate. Number 2, your agenda or your gender at birth is your gender, no matter how you feel on the inside. 3, end all efforts aimed at debunking disinformation. Facebook has reversed itself and joined Musk's in this effort. 4, isolate. We are again out of the Paris Climate Accords and the World Health Organization. Foreign aid is frozen, and our best soft diplomacy platform, USAID, is being dismantled. The isolation movement is bigger than I have space for, so I'll come back to that in a subsequent commentary. Number 5, Russ Vought via ProPublica will cancel all loans and research grants. In his words, quote, put them in trauma. This includes HIV drugs that have saved more than 25 million lives and allowed 5.5 million babies to be born AIDS-free and reduced the burden on healthcare systems worldwide. The Associated Press reports that a federal judge has stopped them for now. The administration, number 6, has removed any reference to climate change from federal websites. The real-world implications are staggering. Look, for example, at the infantile game of climate gotcha. Trump directed the federal government to open the gates on 2 reservoirs in Northern California, saying that had Biden done so, the LA fires wouldn't have happened. But, of course, the truth is very different. That water doesn't have a way to get to Los Angeles. The sad fact is that water, which is now wasted, is reserved for the San Joaquin Valley. Thus, farmers in one of our most fertile areas will not have the water they need this summer. Our role in providing medical assistance, technical, economic, and democratic know-how to the developing world is now terminated. We have essentially ceded the world to China. In fact, China, which already has a larger military than we have, is being handed the world on a silver platter by our isolationists. At home, the Republican wet dream of ending the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is coming true at last. There will be no more regulatory agencies acting as watchdogs on commercial lending or capping bank fees or virtually anything else that helps consumers but not banks or industry. It is a full reversal. Additionally, it's a certainty that the supply-side tax cuts that loaded us with debt in the last Trump administration will be renewed. They didn't work for Reagan, Bush, or Trump, But here we go again, because while there has never been the predicted trickle down of money and jobs, they do mean that people like Elon Musk will pay no taxes. For 80 years, we were the world's military, economic, and moral leader. Those days are over. Per the new Republican ideology, which is shockingly similar to the 1930s isolationist movement, America First, which was led by Nazi sympathizer Charles Lindbergh, we are pulling in our wings. Only 49.8% of us chose Trump, 48.3% of us chose Harris, but 100% of us will pay for the biggest mistake in our country's history. For Progressive Voices, I'm Jon Sinton.
Progressive Voices' Jon Sinton has written a continuing series called A Turning Point that touches on politics, culture, and media. You can hear the short essays in the on-demand section of progressivevoices.com and on the PV app. PV brings you the best progressive audio and video in one free stream. Stephanie Miller, Tom Hartman, Randy Rhodes, David Packman, Brad Friedman, and more. Search Progressive Voices on the TuneIn app, download the free Progressive Voices app, or go to progressivevoices.com.